The world is full of traps on every corner, ready to strip away your masculine power. Just take a look at every famous movie or Netflix show being promoted, or the types of people being idolized today. Nothing escapes the elite's mind control agenda. Men are being brainwashed to accept weakness. There is a very famous story about a lion that I want you to listen to. If this is your first time on my channel, I ask you to help me by subscribing and liking the video so I can continue creating more content like this in the future. Once upon a time, there was a fierce lion who was feared by everyone. One day, the lion fell in love with the farmer's daughter, but there was a problem. The farmer hated the lion, and upon learning of the lion's love for his daughter, he wanted to do everything possible to prevent it. So the cunning farmer called the lion and told him that he would only allow him to marry his daughter under one condition, that he remove his sharp claws for the safety of his daughter. The lion thought, well, it's just a small price for a great reward, and went to a rock and broke off his claws.
The next day, he went to the farmer and said, "Now I have no sharp claws. Give me your daughter's hand in marriage." But the cunning farmer told him to do one more thing, to remove his sharp teeth and fangs. The lion agreed to that condition as well and broke his sharp teeth and fangs. However, when the lion returned to the farmer the next day, the farmer attacked and killed him. This time, the lion had no sharp claws or teeth to defend himself. Everything that gave the lion strength, he chose to voluntarily give up, one by one. Remember, brothers, the world you live in today is no different. There are much larger forces at play that have carefully designed the matrix to keep you enslaved to your desires and impulses. And here's the hard truth. You can blame the farmer or the elites all you want, but at the end of the day, it was the lion who chose to obey them voluntarily.
Strength is the virtue that all men must follow, whether in professional, financial, or romantic life. Every man naturally desires to feel dominant, strong, and powerful, because that is what you are. All men desire a strong sense of drive, but many of us don't have it because we give in to behaviors that prevent us from becoming the strong men we were meant to be. Nowadays, men complain about everything, spend too much money on drugs and pornography, apologize to others for things that don't require apologies, and develop habits that weaken them.
Number 1. Mocking others. This is a point that not many people talk about, but as a high-value man, you should never put others down. Instead of elevating your own status, it can show you as insecure and disrespectful. This is a crucial aspect often overlooked when talking about authentic masculinity. You may have heard the example of the crab bucket. When one crab is about to escape the bucket, others pull it back. When someone is trying to improve their life or reach a goal, sometimes others may feel uncomfortable or jealous. This type of attitude is not constructive or honorable. If you find yourself mocking others, remember that you are beneath them, period. Of course, this doesn't mean you shouldn't correct someone for their mistakes, but don't mock them. As a man, you must teach and guide your brothers without resentment or ulterior motives. You can offer constructive criticism and valuable advice so that they can learn and grow. Remember, strong and confident men do not belittle others. Instead, listen to what Mike Tyson says about it. Social media has made you way too comfortable disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
Number 2. Failing to accept responsibility. Returning to the story of the lion and the farmer's daughter, the main reason the lion loses everything in the end boils down to the fact that he was not aware of his responsibility. His responsibility was to live as a lion. His prey drive and sharp claws were part of what made him a lion, but he forgot this responsibility and chose to abandon it. The same happens in your life. Embrace your responsibilities with pride. Responsibilities are not a burden, but an integral part of our existence. I want you to say with me, I will honor my responsibilities with pride because they are what make me a man. The day you choose to escape your responsibilities is the day you choose to abandon your masculinity completely. I want you to memorize this quote. The price of greatness is responsibility. Listen to it again. The price of greatness is responsibility.
This not only strengthens our own identity as men, but also contributes to the well-being of those around us. Responsibility should not be avoided or abandoned. Instead, it should be embraced as a path to greatness and the fulfillment of our potential as men.
Number 3, running away from failure. This is a challenge for many men today. Most men always choose comfort over growth. Remember that growth is painful and often hidden behind failure. There is a famous example of a man digging for diamonds. He doesn't know how deep below the surface the diamond lies, but he keeps digging. At first, he only sees more dirt every time he digs, but he continues. After a few hours or even days, he finds what he was looking for. So remember, brothers, failure is not the end. If that is the mindset you have, you can be sure you will never succeed at anything. Think of anything worth having. Suppose you start a business. At first, you may face many so-called failures as you try to learn the business and win over your customers. But when you stay in the game long enough and don't try to escape these temporary failures, you will grow. The same happens with women. At first, when you approach them, you may seem like a strange man who doesn't know how to interact, but your success lies behind these temporary failures. This is a small price that a strong man must pay for success. We are often trained as children to be ashamed of our mistakes and failures and to try to justify them by blaming someone else. You might have said, "It's not my fault," or "that person is to blame." These are thoughts of a loser. I want you to listen to this quote and write it down somewhere if you wish. He is a weak man who blames his failure on the strength of others. Remember to follow us on our TikTok account, Daily Stoic, YouTube, and our other social networks like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Number 4, submitting to feudal laws very easily. You want to know the difference between a coward and a high-value man? Simple. The coward will always side with the majority, even if what they are saying is clearly wrong. And worst of all, the coward expects the high-value man to also submit to these useless and harmful laws and regulations. A high-value man always examines and judges everything before deciding to follow. In today's world, we have been so conditioned by the mindset that you shouldn't judge or that you shouldn't do this or that it is getting out of control. You are simply a puppet and a laboratory mouse at this point, submitting to all the agendas and laws they create. There is nothing wrong with obeying, but obey only what aligns with your purpose, your mission. And above all, remember that beyond God, nothing is above the law of the Almighty. Ask yourself if you are someone who is easily intimidated and tries to please everyone. For some men, it can be incredibly difficult to learn to say no. But if you act based on truth, you will realize that the world will not crumble around you. I have seen many men live a life of fear in marriage, as if their wives were some kind of tyrants, and they dare not speak up or correct them. This is a clear example of feudal submission.
Number 5, having weak body language. The concept of body language is very important. This includes nonverbal cues like a handshake, eye contact, how you sit, walk, and move when you converse and relate to others. People can perceive whether you are a strong or weak man by your body language. In today's society, where agendas and expectations may have turned against traditionally strong masculinity, it is more important than ever that men are aware of their body language. Being intentional with your body means you should strive to project an image of confidence, strength, and determination. Maintain an upright and confident posture, walk with a firm and confident step, and maintain appropriate eye contact when relating to others. Be intentional with your body and maintain a masculine posture. Remember, your body language is your calling card. Before you say a word, it can influence how others perceive you and how they treat you. If you present yourself as a strong, confident man through your body language, others are less likely to try to take advantage of you. It is a valuable skill for any man seeking to succeed in personal life.
Number 6, wasting time. We always talk about the importance of your young days on this channel. Your 20s and to some extent your 30s are what we call the golden days. These are the days when you must build, and build.
Imagine a farmer who plants a seed. He doesn't expect the seed to bear fruit the next day. In your 20s, like the farmer, you must plant spiritual, emotional, and physical seeds that will help you grow. But here is the most important part. Don't expect to reap those fruits immediately. Just keep sowing, and before you know it, you will have planted forests and gardens that will attract the right kind of life. When I say sow, I mean challenge yourself. This doesn't mean you should strive and work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but always keep in mind that these are the days when you have the most energy and opportunities to take risks. Take advantage of this, especially when you are young. You may feel like you're missing out on the culture of being with many people by investing in yourself, but resist that temptation. You may not understand it now, but as you mature and grow older, you will thank yourself for not getting distracted. Listen to what the wisest man on earth has to say about your young days. These are the words of Solomon. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the impulses of your heart and whatever your eyes see, but know that for all these things, God will bring you into judgment.
Number 7, being lazy and unproductive with your time. The way we structure our day and manage our time can make a big difference on our path to personal development. What time do you go to bed, and what time do you get up? How is your day structured? What do you do when you return from work? These are all questions you must take seriously. Don't consider them as a secondary task you can address when you have free time. As a man seeking success in all areas, you must carefully plan your day. Think about why the powerful are so successful in building the matrix. Every aspect and area was carefully planned. Likewise, think about every part of your day, the people you relate to, and the type of content you consume. If you don't have the right thoughts in your mind, know that you have given open access for the matrix to penetrate you. Laziness is the greatest enemy of men today. As a man, you may have many thoughts related to business or life, but never act on them. If you allow laziness to gradually infiltrate you without realizing it, laziness will devour you and prevent you from moving forward productively in your life. Always remember, brothers, that laziness only succeeds against weak men, because a high-value man quickly learns to detect it and correct it. Always stay aware of laziness and combat it as soon as possible.
So remember, brothers, weakness is the virtue of modern society. Weakness is what they pursue, but strength is your greatest virtue. Seek strength in every opportunity, and remember that God is your greatest strength. Every day presents opportunities to grow and advance toward our goals, and it is up to us to seize those opportunities consciously and decisively. Strength, both physical and mental, is a valuable asset in this pursuit, and seeking support in personal and spiritual beliefs can provide a solid foundation to face life's challenges. If you liked our video, like the video, subscribe, and comment so that YouTube knows that this type of video helps people like you, and we can continue creating more similar videos in the future.